Greetings, everybody. This is going to be dark, but just listen. I like Usain Bolt, so I'd like to give him the benefit of the doubt. I can't speak definitively on his role in the money that was missing. Those millions of US dollar that was apparently stolen from his account. I'm going to say, okay, well, Usain didn't know anything about the plans that are behind his money going missing. What I am going to say though, if he was targeted, he was never going to be in a position where he didn't get his money back. But if you see a person like Usain losing his money, it will drive fear in the common person who, just live from paycheck to paycheck. The whole thing was so carefully orchestrated. And do you notice how it just all died down? Did Usain get his money back? Will he ever get his money back? These people are masters are getting us to advertise the things they plan to introduce. They're masters of at using psychology to get to the people. When it comes to advocacy work, there are certain areas that I am very well versed and prepared to participate in. But a lot of the stuff that I see is foolishness and illusions. People who have the power to change your circumstances never have to beat up their gum to tell you anything. They just go. Senators just get together and they write their mandates or their policies. The resistance has to be a personal one. Of course, collective consciousness is always critical to getting things done. Like we think about the Montgomery strike in Alabama, and 1 year, 12 months of walking everywhere, refusing to take the bus. So the people didn't just demonstrate forever, they employed other strategies. Do you think it's easy to walk for an entire year until they had to surrender to the demands of these individuals who said, I'm not going to sit in the back of a bus. I'm not going to go sit somewhere else. I'm not drinking from the dirty pipe outside. It gets to the point where, your back is literally against the wall. And what do? Some people will fold. Some people will run away. Some people will say, well, I'd rather die a slave. I'd rather die on yonder gallows than live in slavery. It's that kind of vigor that is required for change. And I think everybody has something that's a trigger, something that makes you say no. So even if you're a coward, there's something that you're going to be able to say no to. So most of what we see in here these days are just things to trigger us, things to drive fear in us, uncertainty. That brings down your vibration. If you're worried, that's why worry is not a good thing. I have my hand on my cheek. When people are worrying, they do that. but it feels comforting for me. It slows down my thoughts. That's why I like doing it. A lot of stuff are going to change with or without our approval. But you have to decide what you're willing to live with. For me personally, some of the things that I see, if I have to allow fear to cause me to accept some of these things, in that new world, I wouldn't want to live. Some of us are afraid to exit the space. So we surrender and we accept all kinds of stuff that is against our moral belief system or values. Imagine living in that world where the very thought repulses you, where the very idea of your freedom removed causes you to stand on hind legs. So, while being in a collective movement can really do things, I personally, I'm focusing on that personal. Just saying to myself, is this right for me? Can I live with this? And if the answer is no, then I know what I have to do. I'm not afraid of anybody. No one. For me, when I am feeling fearful, I don't stay in that situation where I'm fearful. I leave. My fear does not immobilize me at all. So when the information comes, I take it, I analyze it, sift it out, and I separate the truth from the lies. And once I know that this is a fact, I treat it as such. Yeah. There are a lot of facts circulating, and people are looking at it as lies. And other lies going around, people taking it as facts. So this is where you ask for the spirit of discernment and the strength to be able to make the right decisions for yourself. I'm not doing any revolutionary fighting for nobody. And as much as I'm happy to be a person of African descent, I wouldn't die for my people. Those that I gave birth to, yeah. But I'm not really in the business of going out there and fighting for our people. Paul Bogle did, Marcus Garvey, Sam Sharp, all these different people did. And if truth be told, Black people love to be ruled for the most part. Our people will catch us and throw us into slavery for a dime. And the very ones you're trying to educate and motivate are the same ones that are going to come and put your life at risk. Do it for you. Don't do it for anybody else. It's a colossal waste of time. Share the story, share the information so that those who want it can have it. But don't be under any illusion that you're coming out here in the World Wide Web to speak and to defend these ones and to educate them. And it's a good thing. Look at what they do to all the people in Jamaica. People like Queen Ifrika, like, Bojo, you name these different persons who only wanted to open their eyes. They were giving them facts, unfiltered. They were giving information from other people of other race. When the truth is told, it doesn't matter whose mouth it's coming from. And they quickly advance against these ones who try to educate them. I'm so over it. I am over it. So when I share my stories here, I do it for the people who are already there mentally, spiritually, financially. And those who are just ignorant and don't know better, the information goes to them and they're awakened. But for the ones who just want to argue for the sake of arguing, or the ones who just say no even before they hear what you have to say, I don't know who's going to go with them, but I'm not. All right? So continue to enlighten yourself, do your research, and when the truth hits you, they say when the music hits you, you feel no pain. When the truth hits you, allow it to sink in. And don't just get it or just listen to it for the sake of listening. Make a plan of escape. The righteous will never suffer. And the wicked will never, ever be able to control those who truly believe and trust in that superior being or superior beings. Those who understand that the Creator can never bow to the creature. Once you understand that, everything else is just noise. Stay blessed, everyone.